and then the Crown Prosecution Service made a decision not to take any further action.
And I think I get this from my job. So when I'll say pimping because it was webcam, but it was essentially what it was. When I was pimping.
Andrew, you actually helped me stop masturbating because every time that I would masturbate, I would think of you.
I was contacted by Andrew Tate, the older of the Tate brothers, 3 years ago when I was just 16.
Vivian's like 21. With that, because the girl of 6 years played.
Andrew Tate is suing me. That's right, Andrew and Tristan Tate have filed a lawsuit against myself and 14 other individuals, including Crayon Murders, Milk Bar TV, Common Sense Skeptic, Misfit Patriot, Matthew Jury, a lawyer who represents 4 of Andrew's alleged victims in the UK, and Eleanor Gayton, the Vice President of the National Centre for Sexual Exploitation, the organisation that represented Tate's alleged US-based victim, Jane Doe. I have to stress that in this video I am speaking for myself and myself only, not a group of people who launched a main conspiratorial plot to defame the Tates. No, this is just me talking. Let me make it very clear from the jump, I am not going to be intimidated or silenced. So let's have a look at this ridiculous lawsuit. Andrew and Tristan Tate are suing us for defamation, defamation per se, commercial defamation, and civil conspiracy. The lawsuit states that the Tates are kickboxers, social media influencers, investors, international businessmen, and most importantly, fathers. Interestingly, their lawyers fail to mention the many years they spent as pimps. As you can see, they spend a considerable amount of time in this lawsuit describing how super awesome the Tates are. But again, not a single mention of the many, many years the Tates spent as webcam pimps. Throughout the lawsuit, they refer to a Twitter space from April 2024 where they say several contributors admitted to having formed a group to maliciously defame the Tate brothers and turn public opinion against them. I clearly remember listening to the replay of this space, and I strongly suspect that they are not going to provide any audio proving that anyone admitted to this, because it is a lie. This never happened. They refer to some of us sharing the link to this crowdfund to help Matthew Jury's clients in the UK bring Andrew Tate to court for alleged rapes and assaults. Apparently, sharing a link to a fundraiser is defamation. I'll leave a link to this fundraiser in the description. Please share it and make a donation if you can. The lawsuit refers to Matthew Jury talking about Andrew being removed from the reality TV show Big Brother because of this video where he hits a girl with a belt. The lawsuit says that Mr. Jury ignores facts that are harmful to his agenda and do not support his self-interested cause. Yet, the lawsuit fails to mention that this was filmed in 2012, when this girl was 14 or 15 years old. They mention that both she and Andrew said that they were acting and playing around. This, quite frankly, is disgusting. The girl's date of birth has been confirmed by letters rogatory and other corroborating evidence. A child cannot consent to being beaten in a sexual video. Can you believe that a lawyer actually agreed to put this into writing in this lawsuit? Regarding the allegations that the Tate's buffoon of a lawyer, Joseph McBride, purposefully doxed Jane and Mary Doe, they not only deny this, but the lawyer who wrote this seems to start yelling, "Miss Pinter did that exact same thing!" This is bizarre. I've never seen something so childish written down in a lawsuit. In the lawsuits, they say neither of the plaintiffs have ever admitted to committing a crime, especially relating to human trafficking and rape, as the defendants obsessively state to bolster their social media campaign against the Tate brothers. Roll the clip.
I created a system that allowed me to convince girls to do this, allowed me to retain 100% control of their income, allowed me to make sure they were effective, because it's a super competitive industry, Don't think this is easy money. You're just going to put a girl on the camera and they're going to get rich straight away. No, it's very competitive and it's very difficult. I learned every tip and trick it takes to make sure a girl gets paid. I know how to make sure the girl can't run away. Because once you teach a girl how to do this, she has the ability to make unlimited money from home. Why would she still give it to you? Why does she just run off and keep it all for herself? Why are you getting your percentage? I learned how to do everything to take a nobody and make her a somebody. I learned how to take a nothing, turn her into a cash cow. And betas from all across the world would be sending money into my bank account. This is what webcamming is.
Of course, these men are the biggest self-snitchers in social media history. They have admitted to crimes more times than I could possibly show you. In this lawsuit, they provide lists of examples of the defamation that each defendant has committed against the Tate brothers. The examples they provide are just absurd and laughable. Let's go through the 15 examples of supposed defamation they've attributed to me towards the Tate brothers. The first example of supposed defamation they attribute to me is this post on Twitter, showing a video of some of Andrew's alleged victims from the UK sharing their stories, along with the link to their crowdfund. This post is, ironically, an example of how I have gone out of my way to avoid defaming the Tates. Notice how I use the words alleged victims. Now you will see me regularly call Andrew Tate a self-confessed sex trafficker because he has admitted to many times on video trafficking women, but he has not admitted to rape. So when it comes to Andrew Tate's alleged rape victims, although I do believe the women, I use the word alleged. They are off to a very bad start at showing how I have defamed the Tates. The next example of my supposed defamation is this post I made sharing a video about the Tates lying about their Florida lawsuit and Myron Gaines repeating their lie. The lie that I'm referring to here is when the Tates and Myron said that a Florida judge had found Jane and Mary Doe liable for lying, which never happened. Me calling this a lie was factual. Why the hell did they include this? The next example of my supposed defamation against the Tates appears to be a transcript of me speaking in a space, saying that I'll put the link to the UK Victims Fundraiser in the nest and get into an update on the UK civil case. Come on guys, what are we even doing? The next example is this tweet I posted featuring a clip of Matthew Jury in an interview with True Geordie, explaining that there is an eyewitness to one of Andrew Tate's alleged rapes.
And then the Crown Prosecution Service made a decision not to take any further action. This is even though one of the victims has got text messages from Tate saying, "I love raping you," and you've got another victim who witnessed the rape of one of the other women. It's not very often you get an eyewitness to a rape, and yet you had one in this case, and yet there was a decision not to prosecute. I don't know for sure why the CPS made that decision. All I know is I believe it was the wrong decision.
This is factual. There is an eyewitness in evidence in the civil case against Andrew Tate in the UK. Notice how, as Andrew hasn't admitted to rape or been found guilty of rape, I responsibly use the word alleged. For the fifth example of my supposed defamation against the Tates, they refer to this video I uploaded to YouTube in July 2024 with the title, Leaked Video, Andrew Tate snitches on himself about crypto scam. Time has only proven me correct about this video, among other absurd promises. In this video, the Tates promised their fans a crypto project called the Real World Token, where he would guarantee that all of his students would become rich by giving them a percentage ownership of his supposed university, the Real World. He promised that the Real World Token would be
the biggest crypto project in history
and
the easiest money play in history.
It has been 9 months since I released this video. Where is the Real World Token, boys? Where is it? The next example of my supposed defamation is one of my favourites. It is this tweet with the caption, "Andrew Tate admits to being a pimp who exploits women and takes all of their money." Listen to the clip I posted along with this caption.
And I think I get this from my job. So when I'll say pimping because it was webcam, but it was essentially what it was. When I was pimping, you'd pick up a girl, but if you get a high value asset, like a girl, because that's what a beautiful woman is. A beautiful woman's a high value asset. It's like having a Ferrari. You walk down the street with a beautiful woman, it's like driving a Lambo. Everyone's staring at you. So if you pick up a high value asset, in the pimp game, you need to learn how to control her and retain her. You need to make her do as you say, and you have to keep her. And you have to keep her regardless, in spite of the fact that you cheat, you're busy, you take all her money, you make her do something she doesn't want to do, and she still has to stay with you. So to me, that's what the game was.
In the list of my supposed defamation, they include this tweet, where I share an article with the headline, "Andrew Tate responds to claims he recorded a sex tape abusing a 14-year-old. I added a comment, "The same woman he has publicly admitted to having an intimate relationship with when she was 15. They are trying to suggest that this is defamation. Here is Andrew Tate on video admitting to having an intimate relationship with this woman when she was a 15-year-old girl.
And I only get away with that because the girl of 6 years plays along. So Vivian's been with me 6 years. She's completely head over heels in love with me. She wants kids with me, everything. When I bring on new girls, I usually pair them with Vivian. Because Vivian's younger. Melissa's like 28. Vivian's like 21. Girl of 6 years plays along. Vivian's like 21. Girl of 6 years plays along.
They include this as an example, where I quote tweeted a video by Milk Bar TV with the caption, "Top Groomer." Tate has recorded videos teaching men how to groom women into pornography. Milk Bar's video featured clips from these courses. This is silliness. The 10th example of defamation they've attributed to me towards the Tates is this tweet from Crayon Murders. I didn't even tweet this. I may have retweeted it at one point, I can't recall. But regardless, Suleiman Ahmed in the clip does admit to travelling to Florida to do these things. They included this thread where I say that Tate used to openly brag about being a pimp and commissioned artwork depicting himself as a pimp. Again, this is factual. Here is the artwork that I revealed in this thread depicting Andrew Tate bragging about being a pimp. For the 12th example of my supposed defamation towards the Tates, they included the final post in that thread, where I said, in reality, he is the lowest form of degenerate pimp who trafficked and exploited women, all according to his own words. Yet again, this is 100% factual. I can provide countless pieces of evidence of Tate admitting to being exactly that. They include this thread that I posted about Tate's obsession with the genitals of young boys. The title of the thread is clearly a joke, but the thread covers the no-fap culture element of Tate's supposed university. I have rock-solid evidence to back this up, like this, which I included throughout the thread. They included this post where I celebrated reaching 10,000 followers on Twitter last August, joking that I was now a very big deal. Guys, this is supposed to be defamation. What are we doing here? The last example of supposed defamation that they attribute from me towards the Tates in this lawsuit is this video I uploaded to YouTube in July 2024 with the title, "Exposed, Andrew Tate is abusing kids who try to quit his university." In it, I reviewed some videos that any member of Andrew Tate's Hustlers University had to watch before they went through the process of cancelling their membership. Here is an example of how Andrew spoke to these kids who tried to quit Hustlers University. And that is it. Of all the posts and videos that I have posted about Andrew and Tristan Tate, this is the best they could do when trying to show how I supposedly defamed them. In my opinion, this lawsuit is utterly absurd and is designed to attempt to intimidate and silence critics of the Tate brothers and nothing more. Andrew, Tristan, let me make something very clear. I will not be silenced or intimidated. I am very confident that I have defamed no one. I will continue to report responsibly to the absolute best of my ability. I will continue to be very clear about which allegations against the Tate brothers are self-confessed, what is fact, what has been provided to me by sources, what is my opinion, and what is speculation. I will continue to show the young men who follow Andrew and Tristan Tate why I believe they are being misled, lied to, and scammed, and offer a place where they can be welcome and not judged if they come to the realization that the Tates have been lying to them. And most importantly, to the alleged victims of the Tates, Jane and Mary Doe, any other victims listed in the Romanian and UK cases, and any others that there may be around the world. I will continue to have your back. Many of you have expressed your support with this and offered to help crowdfund to help us raise legal fees. Thank you all. I don't know yet if this will be needed, but I will be sure to keep you updated. For now, you can support by subscribing, you can join as a member, or buy Gadget a coffee. I'll leave the links in the description. Hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss any updates on this circus. Lastly, to Andrew and Tristan Tate, nice try, you pathetic, sad, degenerate, cowardly, weak, embarrassing children.